Hello, my name is Jacob Thompson, and here's my culturally inspired product. What I came up with was Trials of the Centuries, TOTC for short. Um, I designed this for high school students in U.S. history class. Um, the product is a series of mock trials aimed at researching and learning about some of the most culturally significant trials regarding oppressed peoples. This could be, you know, African Americans, former slaves, Chinese immigrants in California, Native Americans. Two of the examples I thought of were Brown versus Board of Education, which is desegregation of schools, and Worcester versus Georgia, which basically established Native American nation sovereignty. Why trials of the centuries? I thought by doing mock trials around culturally significant Supreme Court cases, the students would get a better understanding of not only the trial itself, but the historical context and the oppression that these groups faced. So not only are they learning about a trial, they're learning what was the normal thought process for the people at the time, as well as what it should have been and the oppression that the group faced. A detailed example of this would be I decided to do it on Worcester versus Georgia. Um, the standard is SSUS H7, which is investigate political, economic, and social developments during the age of Jackson. And specifically, part A of it is explain Jacksonian democracy, including expanding suffrage, the nullification crisis and states' rights, and the Indian Removal Act. So I chose Worcester versus Georgia to target this standard because the case itself is about a missionary, I believe, Worcester, who was living on Native American land. But Georgia had a law saying that you couldn't do so without a permit. But the Cherokee were okay with it. And basically it went all the way to the Supreme Court, and they ruled that a state cannot pass a law over an independent nation, which was the Cherokee Nation. So it was a good thing for the Cherokee, but it still impacted the Indian Removal Act because instead of wanting to deal with these laws, they just said let's get them out. Um, some assessment data could be their knowledge and performance during the trial. So if they look like they didn't do any work, it's going to be obvious. They're not going to know, the arguments that were presented and what arguments they could present. And you can also have them write down all their notes and their research, and you could grade it that way. There's not a lot of materials, but the biggest one is going to be time. I mean, uh, I think it would work a lot better in a block scheduled school because you're going to have, you're not going to waste the 10 minutes before and at the end, like starting getting people on task. Um, and then you're going to need a computer with internet access to actually do the research. Thank you.